What is up, guys? I hit pro mode on this camera again, so I'm going with it. But printing the first functional thing for me that I printed, besides the hitch ball cover. I mean, that's just a cover, but this is actually going to serve me a purpose. Check this out. I got the Govee lights. I got the permanent lighting for my house, and once I bought them, I came home and I was all excited to get ready to hang them up, and I noticed that they only come with like double-sided tape. Put them on. I'm not going to take them all out and show you, but they come with double-sided tape. So I'm like, there's no way that's going to stick on our house, because our house, where I'm going to put them is wood, and it's not going to work. The double-sided tape will not work. So what I'm printing is these little housings. They're actually like brackets. These brackets. So what it is the lights. I'm gonna have to show you. So here's the lights. These are the Govee lights. You know what? I don't like the way this blurring is. Let me get out of this pro video. So the lights are just square lights, and that's what it is, a double-sided tape. So they want, you pull the tape off and you put it up against wherever you're going to put them. But since this I know this isn't going to work because I've tried it before. So that's where these guys come in. So this will go right over this. Okay, and then see, it's got these little cutouts, little wires. There you go. So it goes right over like that. There it is. So it's not perfect, but then I put the 2 screws in there, mount it, so it'll be like this against the house. And the 2 screws, that's gonna hold my lights in place. So that's what I was printing. It's the first functional thing I've printed. Everything else has been like just, I don't know, like trinkets and fidget cones and just whatever stuff. But so that's my next mission, is to put these lights up. I got the Govee lights, and then I got the clips right here, all the clips that I printed. Oops, that's the project. Next project up. That's my next project, putting up those lights. Other than that, just been doing some housework. Just been cleaning up the house, doing some laundry. Today is Monday. Today I uploaded a video from like Thursday or something, but Michelle stayed home with me today. We went and had lunch together and just hung out. And now I came into the room to print the last batch, because I need a total of 72 of those. And so far I'm at 60. So I'm gonna have a few extra, but just in case I break some or what have you. Yep, so that's what I have on the old drawing board for this week, is putting up those lights. And wanted to get it started today, but I didn't want to get it started and not have enough clips. And then once I counted them, that's when I realized I need more. So it is what it is. As soon as this is done, I'm done with the print for tonight. Like I said, it's already 8 o'clock, so I'm not going to get much done tonight. I'm going to go ahead and get started with that Atomic Habit book. Let's try to read a little bit into that and maybe write down what I'm doing tomorrow. And see you in the morning. Good morning, and I'm back. Well, I finished printing the clips for the Govee lights that I'm going to use, and after that got done printing, I decided to print something else. So I started to print like a little camera mount, and after a while I noticed the machine had turned off and it didn't finish printing. So when I looked into it, the machine was jammed up again. So my 3D printer is jammed up again. I gotta fix that. That's the 3rd time already. I'm starting to believe that it's the filament. It's like the cheap filament that I use. Any solid color seems to jam it up. If I use incandescent colors, it seems fine. Oh well, it is what it is. But I gotta get this day going. I cannot be in here all day working on this and tinkering with that again because I will get stuck. So I'm gonna finish up my coffee, get dressed, and I gotta get out of here. I'll figure something to do. Probably take the dogs out, but see you in a bit. Had to get the old harness for him to run in. Take Zuko out for a run. I'm gonna take Charlie too. I bought this backpack for Charlie that we found. Charlie goes in there, and I carry him, just in on my back. But Michelle just found another one. See if she put it up here. Michelle just got this other one that goes on the front, so I could wear it in the front and carry him in the front. The shit I do for this little puppy, but that's the plan. I got to get them out for a run. I got to get them out so when I come back and do some housework, they'll be chill. Slow down, boy. Hey, slow down. Man, this guy gets crazy. Come sit down. Sit down. That's what. I don't know if I want to go with this one. It feels loose. That is what it is. I'm gonna take it. So, my glasses. Let's roll. Ooh, yesterday I was online looking at cameras. Now I can't decide if I want to do the Nano, an action camera like the Action 5, 6, or another GoPro. That's, my main thing is just hooking up an external mic. That's what I want to be able to do, is hook up an external mic to one of the action cameras. And I was leaning more towards the DJI because I know that's like one of the best mics that everyone's using right now is the DJI, like the mic minis and stuff. So that's what I want to use. I've been using these cheap TikTok or Temu microphones, and I want to get me a good one. And although I said I didn't want to spend money on any new gear, I think it's time. It's time because using my phone a lot for these videos is kind of throwing me off because I'll get a phone call or I'll get a message or I just get stuck. I get stuck using my phone for something else. And then when I do decide to start recording, I get busy. I just get busy. So I think using an action camera will be a lot better. Come here. With an external mic, I think it'll be a lot easier for me to vlog. And I have the GoPro. I just don't have an external mic to hook up with it. And I have the GoPro, the Hero 10. Charlie! Come here! Trying to get Charlie to get his recall good. Training him to do that. He can't see me though. He's so short because he can't see through the bushes. Good boy. Good. So yeah, I'm thinking about an action camera or the Nano. Now I'm kind of leaning more towards either the Nano or another GoPro. I just like GoPro, and I don't know if I've ever said this before, but I have a little bit of a sour taste for DJI. Only because a while back I had bought a phone gimbal from DJI where you attach your cell phone to it, and I was going to record video with that. And all of a sudden the app crashed. And I couldn't use it. And I liked that gimbal because it had a face tracker. So, it was able to track me, and it was just like a normal gimbal, and I loved it. I only had it for like 2 months, and the app crashed, and I was never able to get it going again. And I've sent emails, I've commented on a lot of their videos, and I've gotten nowhere with DJI. So that's why I'm kind of just like, I don't know if I want another DJI product, but I do like the Nano, or just go with another GoPro. I'm probably repeating myself, but I don't know. I don't know, because I have the Hero 10, the GoPro Hero 10, and or no, I'm sorry, this is the Hero 7. Pah! I have the Hero 7, and I like it. I really do like it. The convenience of recording, the convenience of carrying it, the accessories I have for it, I like it. So that's why I'm thinking maybe another GoPro or the Nano. It'll probably be the Nano. I got to move locations before these dogs start getting crazy on me. Let's go! Good job. Let's go. Let's go to another place. I just warmed up some lunch. Made me some lunch real quick, and but I wanted to show you this. What I bought. What I was talking about. The DJI gimbal. So this was it. The DJI gimbal, phone gimbal, mobile gimbal, whatever you call it. So this basically is it. You would put your phone on here, and it would track you. The app itself, the DJI app had a tracking feature. So what I would do is if let's say if I was recording myself, it would track me. But what I mainly bought this for was, at the time, my nephew, he's a boxer. He was a professional boxer, and we were traveling. So I went with him, and it originally started out as me making some of his music for him, so when he walks out into the ring, he can have some music to walk out to. Then I started going with him and kind of started recording, making videos with my phone. And he somewhat liked the little videos I was doing with my phone, so he asked me to do another one. So that's when I bought the gimbal. I looked into it and I found this, and I was like, this would be perfect. And so I bought it for that, and I used it just maybe like 2 times, and then the app crashed. The app crashed, and it never worked again, so I couldn't use it. And it still works as a little gimbal, a handheld gimbal for your recording stuff, but it doesn't track you or anything. So I haven't used it in a long time, and I'm gonna eat this lunch, and I'm gonna show you real quick of the boxing videos I used to record. So while I eat this, you can watch that. There you go, baby. So basically, you just used to record his fights and make little quick videos for him, and liked it. But those fights were pretty fun. They were fun to go to. That one that I just showed you was in Mexico. That was one of his first fights in Mexico. They wanted to test the waters out there, and so we went out there and had a couple fights in Mexico, and they went good. And crowd wasn't what we expected, but it really wasn't a crowd. But oh well. Ultimately, it was for the record. You gotta have so many fights as a professional on your record. You got to keep it up. So we went to fight other professionals in Mexico, and these guys, not only are they fighting, like from Mexico, there's guys there from Argentina, Venezuela, Chile. So they go all over to fight there to just keep your record up. But anyways, tomorrow is trash day here, and I have a lot of trash here on the side of the house, and I have some bags on the other side that ripped open with cans, the aluminum cans. I had to get busy and pick all this up before trash comes. So I'm going to get busy with that. Hey, cool your jets. calm down. All right. A little bit of a change of plans, guys. I was on the side of the house cleaning up, and I knocked the ladder down. When I knocked the ladder down, I hit one of the trash bags. Way more bees than I expected. So they flew out of there, and I was like, "Whoops!" I pissed them off. So I hurried up and got out of there. I said, "Well, I'll leave you guys alone for a minute. I didn't mean to bother you guys. You guys sort this out. What cans you guys are in, and I'll take your fresh can here in a minute." So I'm gonna let them be for. I'm gonna let the bees be for a minute. God dang it! So thought I'd take a quick break and tell you a quick story. Last night when I was looking at those cameras, at the Nanos and the Action 5s and 6s and the GoPros, I told Michelle, I want to find a camera that I can hook up an external mic, because I want to buy an external mic that I can hook up Bluetooth, where I don't need the adapter. Because for these mics, it's an adapter I hook up to my phone. That's how the mic connects. But I want to get a mic that connects straight to the camera. So as I was looking into them, I know the Nano, and now the new GoPros, like the 10 and the 12 and the 13, whatever. I know the newer ones can connect to like the DJI mic minis and stuff. So that's what I'm leaning towards. Well, I was talking about it to Michelle last night, and then she tells me, see, we have a couple plans, or a couple trips planned this year. Our big one is Hawaii. And, we're going to Hawaii in September. Well, in April, one of our plans is to either drive what they call the PCH, which is in California, the Pacific Coast Highway. So we're either going to drive north to San Francisco to see Alcatraz, and then come back down and see like Winchester Mansion, the Hertz Museum, just make a couple stops on the way down. That's one plan. Or fly to San Francisco, see Alcatraz, rent a car, and drive down. Kind of leading more towards plan B, which is renting a car, driving down. So as we're talking about that trip, she says, well, you better hurry and buy a new camera before then, because you're going to have a lot of footage to get. And I was like, yeah, you're right. And I'm kind of thinking, I wasn't thinking like, oh, she's just saying that, to make me happy, but she's telling me what she's right. She was right. There's going to be a lot of footage, and I can get a lot of footage. I can make it fun. So that was that. But right now I was thinking about it. And prior to the camera conversation, she came home and she was telling me that she watched quite a few of my videos. And she tells me she watches them, but I'm just like, does she really, or does she just glance at them? Then she started telling me, about some of the videos, and I was like, it's kind of embarrassing, because I'm still embarrassed. I'm still shy, camera shy. I'm just embarrassed to do it. Just feel a little bit of embarrassed even speaking to the camera still. So I told her, I'm embarrassed. I said, because you're watching me, I feel goofy. I feel like I look goofy and I sound goofy on camera. She's like, no, she goes, I like them. She goes, I like the videos. And she goes, and it also reminds me of what we've done and where we've been. And then my light bulb went off again. And I was like, you're right. And that was the whole point, is documenting our life. Just documenting it, for later. We can watch it later and laugh about it, cry about it, whatever the case may be. But we can watch it later, and it brings up good memories. So with her saying that, about her watching my videos and her liking them, and me, that I need to continue doing it because, she likes them and it's good documentation of our lives. To then a few hours later, her telling me about me, that I need to get a camera. She's like, you need to get it. And as I was looking at them, I was like, oh, look at this one's pretty nice. And she's like, well, how much is it? And I told her, she's like, well, order it. You should just order it. But hold on. I was like, hold on. I want to do more research. So That's Michelle for you, though. Michelle's the type. She's a running gun girl. If she got an idea, let's do it. Let's go now. And me, I've got to overthink it. I've got to do my research. I got to check the reviews. I got to compare. I got to do all that. And, I'll dig deep into it before I dive into it. And not her. She'll just go for it. So sometimes she pushes me to do things, and sometimes I hold her back from doing things. So it's kind of it's the way we are. That's the way we are. So I thought that was pretty cool. I just wanted to tell you that quick story about it's working. It's still working. Now that I know she's really watching my videos, and I shouldn't be embarrassed. That's my wife, and she says she's my number one fan, and uh, I'll take it because I'm her number one fan, and I'll take it. So it's pretty cool now that she's. I'm not gonna say now that she's on board because she's always been on board with whatever I do. But now that I know she's not like cringing about my videos, like, why do you say this, or why do you act like this, or why do you talk about this, or why do you talk about that? She hasn't said nothing like that. So it's all been positive feedback, and I appreciate it. I appreciate it. So it kind of gives me another boost. That boosts my morale even more. So I don't know now if it's the Nano, the GoPro, the Action 5 or 6. So confused. I got to watch more videos and see which one I really want to go with. Got NASCAR's on. Love it. Love NASCAR. Got dinner going. NASCAR's on TV. But I went upstairs to check on Anna because I have Anna. She came home from school a little earlier, and she went upstairs actually, and my phone rang. It was my oldest son, so she went up there to give me the phone, and I just hung up the phone with him and what have you, and I went up to check on her, and this is one of those little. This is one of those little moments where being a grandparent truly pays off, and these are moments that won't last forever. So I'm gonna go ahead and record it because just watch. I'll let it explain itself. All right. I think I lose my breath more trying to be quiet than actually taking the stairs. Anyways, came up to check on her, and she's passed out on the top of the stairs, so she's tired. I can only imagine the smell of dinner going, and it's cool right there at the top of the stairs. TV's kind of low, but you can still hear the race going on. She's comfy, comfy. And as a grandparent, knowing that she's that comfortable to pass out right there at the top of the staircase, it's a good feeling. It's a good feeling. I love it. She's one of the reasons why I keep doing these videos and keep going. But just thought I'd show you that real quick. That is it. It's a wrap, you guys. Dinner was good. I got done with dinner. Ended up making a baked chicken with broccoli cheddar rice, green beans, and corn mix. So that was dinner. It was good. Just got done eating. Girls are getting cleaned up for the night. I'm about ready to go get cleaned up for the evening too. Today was pretty good. I got a lot accomplished today. Not as much as I wanted to, but I did get 1% more done than I did yesterday. So that's a good one. That's a good start. And tomorrow's another day, so I get another chance to do it over and do it right. So that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna wake up today a little bit earlier than I did today, and hit the ground and with a positive attitude, and just keep them coming. Just keep them coming. But that's it. Wasn't a day in my life. It's a couple days, but it is what it is. This is me checking in. See you on the next one. Oh yeah, before I forget, so I went down a little bit of a rabbit hole again, rewatched some of your guys' videos, and I think I made a decision. I think I'm going with the Nano. I think I'm gonna go with the Nano. I think that'll better suit my needs and better suit what I'm gonna be using it for. So I think that's the best way to go. The Action 6 or 5, whichever one I would have went with, is basically the same as my GoPro. So I can just continue to use this just for B-roll, and I'll get the Nano. I think I'm gonna go ahead and get the Nano, so I'll go ahead and start shopping around for one of those. So thought I'd fill you in on that real quick. See you on the next one.